I'm addicted and expensive. Byron Wilcott. And I'm watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm Billy Booch. I've got a couple of guys to introduce you to. First, he is the leader of Team Gooch, the master of disaster himself. Mick37 is back. Mick, how you doing?
Pretty good. Temple Run connection.
And ladies and gentlemen, from the final tap out here on YouTube, the one, the only DJYolz is back here on WGS-TV. DJ, how are you doing tonight?
What is up, everybody? It's been a very, very long time.
Well, we're getting ready to talk about Friday Night Smackdown for the week of February 1st, 2013. Yeah, guys, we're already in February. We're going to blink our eyes and we're going to be talking about the holidays again. That's how fast the year's going to go by. But anyway, we open up with the big announcement from Booker T about the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, the only Elimination Chamber match that's going to be happening, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this year. And we got several guys who apparently will be, highly interested in getting into the match. And then we had the big return of Jack Swagger. And DJ, I got to go to you first. Your reactions to the return of Jack Swagger tonight on SmackDown.
Like you said, the fans were a little bit shocked by his return, but he came back with the same gimmick. If you look closely, his attire, appearance, microphone, pretty much the same. But maybe it'll be something good because he's gonna be playing as a heel character. You can clearly see that.
Well, yeah, and also were a lot of rumors that, he was going to have a gimmick change, that, they were going to try to push him as a face, and, well, they're not doing that anytime soon. So, would Jack Swagger have any ring rust tonight? Well, we'll talk about his match when we get to it in the review. Opening matchup on this week's Friday Night SmackDown was a tag team encounter pitting Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara taking on Team Hell No in a non-title match. A very good tag match as far as I'm concerned. Mysterio and Sin Cara. The only thing I can say bad about them is what in the world they were doing wearing green. I mean, the way Sin Cara's green gear looked, it looked like he was a green jaguar, like a green cat, like or something like that. But other than that, I kind of thought, with SmackDown emanating from San Diego this week, that Rey Mysterio, the hometown guy, and his team would be the ones that would go over, and that's exactly what happened. As Rey Mysterio got the pin over on Daniel Bryan, which then leads to some more distinction between Team Hell No, the tag team champions. But I really saw this as a good opening tag match. I gotta go 4 out of 5. Let's start with Mick37 first. Mick, your thoughts for Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeating Team Hell No in a non-title match?
Lightweight, predictable finish by the not appearance, location, but otherwise it's actually pretty good.
Your score?
4 out of 5.
All right, let's go to DJ. DJ, your thoughts for Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeating the tag team champions Team Hell No in a non-title match?
I think it was a good comeback for Rey Mysterio because we haven't seen him for some time, and then he comes back. The other thing funny about this was that Sin Cara looked like a Power Ranger. You cannot say anything, but he looked set. He was dressed up like a Power Ranger. It's a truth. And the other thing we look at is that Team Hell No are the tag team champions, and they picked up a loss. So, yeah, it's something to think about when you look at those titles.
Well, next up, the next match we had was apparently a follow-up to the karaoke incident involving Great Khali and 3MB. And it's Great Khali and Jinder Mahal. Very interesting pairing, considering the fact they used to have an angle with Jinder Mahal being the brother-in-law to Great Khali and holding some sort of power and influence over the Great Khali. But this is basically one of your typical, and Heath Slater chased him out of the ring. And whenever Hornswoggle goes on the ring, you ain't gonna find him. But Great Khali and Jinder Mahal, I gotta go 3.5 out of 5 at best. Since we actually had to see the awful replay. Okay, I gotta say it again. Great Khali The words were up on the Titantron Monday night, and you did not follow a single one of them. That's all I'm saying. But as far as this match goes, DJ, I gotta go 3.5 out of 5.
I would say maybe like a 3 out of 5. But we could already tell that Kali was gonna win because he was going against the 3MB. And most of the time, those guys nowadays, they're getting squashed. Whenever they put into a match, they're just getting trampled. I don't know if you noticed it, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mick, what about you? Your thoughts for Great Khali versus Jinder Mahal tonight?
I'll give it a 3 out of 5, and it is kind of awkward seeing that being that Jinder Mahal came into the WWE the way he did, but
Mm-hmm.
oh well. He'll get Shaquille O'Neal again in their next one-on-one match.
Well, the next matchup was set up in the backstage. Apparently, Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes decided to have a parting of the ways. They dissolved Team Rhodes Scholars. They're going to be pursuing their singles careers. DJ, I got to ask you, man, because as far as I'm concerned, dissolving Team Rhodes Scholars, I don't think that's a good move.
Honestly believe that's a huge, huge mistake because they were two good wrestlers coming together, as well as that Damien Sandow started to get some shine after joining into this tag team. It's the truth. If you think about it, like a lot of people just booed him. They didn't understand anything he was about, and then he got a lot of shine when he started joining Cody Rhodes, and that whole feud between them and Hell No, I think like they cut it off too short. Like they didn't give it time to develop.
Mick, I got to ask you your thoughts on the announcement that Team Rhodes Scholars have disbanded.
The way they did it was really awkwardly homosexual.
Yeah, they ended with a hug, but then we get the announcement that Damien Sandow will be forced to face the person who put him through a table on Monday Night Raw this past Monday in Sheamus. A very good matchup between these two, but the predictability of the Shield's interference was just too much. I did like the fact that Sheamus took out Seth Rollins with the bro kick, but it just ended up being 2-on-1, but it was still just too much. And one thing, Mick, you commented on, I'm going to let you talk about it. What was the thing that you're commenting on when Sheamus was getting beat down?
One, Seth Rollins took a beating, and something tells me that Cena and the Shield are gonna have their little storyline on the way to WrestleMania and possibly a little after.
DJ, I got to ask you this question, and the Shield's appearance during this matchup with Sheamus and Damien Sandow, do you think it was just, a little bit too anticipated? A little bit too expected to see?
Because like if you think about three characters right now, it's Ryback, Cena, and it's Sheamus. Those three characters, every time they have a match, the Shield has to pop up. Like everybody just like knows that they're gonna come there. The only thing I say shocking in this part was that Ryback didn't come in to save the day, like usually.
Yeah. We didn't see that. Other than the predictable appearance, if we can learn to talk, of the Shield in this matchup, I think this matchup, I would score it a 4 out of 5. DJ, what would your score be?
Yeah, I would say it's a 4 or 5 because Sheamus he put on a good match, and plus he also hit the bro kick on Seth Rollins. So that was kind of good.
Yeah. Mick, your score?
3.5 out of 5 just due to predictability.
Next up, we had Randy Orton and Wade Barrett. Again, the continuing saga of Orton versus Barrett. A lot of people still making over the fact that Wade Barrett got eliminated by Bo Dallas at the Royal Rumble, and then on Monday Night Raw, Bo Dallas defeated Wade Barrett in a spectacular 90-second match. Now, Randy Orton and Wade Barrett indeed was a real good match. Finish of the match came. Wade Barrett is on the outside. He had set up the bullhammer elbow for Randy Orton, and he was going to go for it and ends up connecting with the steel post. Orton then drags him in, does the DDT off the ropes, and then hits the RKO, getting the win over Wade Barrett. I gotta go, DJ. I gotta go 4 out of 5 on this one because, anytime we see Orton versus Barrett, it's always a good, entertaining match.
I would say it was a good match, but you have to also agree that it went on for quite a long time. He did go on for a long time. So I would say like a 3 out of 5. Max.
Yeah, so well, apparently now after the match was over, Wade Barrett was trying to be interviewed by Matt Striker, and then he sees Bo Dallas and just immediately assaults him left and right. And DJ, by the way, guys, Mick37 had to step out for something. Apparently, emergency came up, so hopefully he'll be all right. But again, they're just teasing so much. And when do you think we'll see an Intercontinental title match between Wade Barrett and Bo Dallas?
I think maybe after the next paper event. They're still working on it. It's still a working process. But another thing I would say that it's a good thing with the WWE. A lot of people complain about new superstars and they don't get a push. They don't get anything. If you can't see that this isn't something that's giving this Bo Dallas character a push, if you can't see that, then I don't know. So it's a good thing. I'll say it's a very good thing that they just have this whole Bo Dallas and Wade Barrett going on, because it's a push for a new character, someone new in wrestling.
Well, let me ask you this, though, before we get to the next match here. This past Wednesday night, I was a part of Hardcore Wrestling Radio when we had GCW superstar Mr. Nick Bondage on the call, and we asked him for his opinion on Bo Dallas, and he particularly doesn't like Bo Dallas. He doesn't really see anything special about him. Now, I gotta ask you, DJ, for one, do you agree with what Mr. Bondage said, and two, what are your thoughts on Bo Dallas?
Okay, from what I can say about this is, we haven't been given the opportunity to see a wrestler actually shine. I'll give you a pure example. Look at CM Punk and where he came from. When he first came out, like, no one even recognized him. And look how far he actually came up in the WWE. Like, you need to give this man more. He needs more opportunities, more chances, until you can say, like, once he has opportunity on the microphone, you've seen him in a few matches, in proper matches, not like small, like, cut sequences, then you can say, no, this guy's trash or this guy's good. But yeah, you gotta wait until you've seen him on the mic. I say wait for him on the mic, wait for him to have his first match, then you can throw judgments. That's all I can say.
Well, the next matchup involved Kofi Kingston and the returning Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, as far as his appearance goes, he did look like he was a little bit out of shape. I mean, he looked like he was a little chunky from the last time we've seen him. But other than that, he didn't really look like he had any ring rust on it. He put on a great match. I want to say Swagger dominated about 75% of the match, because they're getting fans a chance to see him again and see what he's about, because he had been gone for about, I want to say, about the early part of last year. He decided to take a hiatus and did not return until tonight. So it was good to see that Swagger still had, some ring ability, some ring shape. Finish of the match was on the outside. Kofi Kingston had set up, he did the Trouble in Paradise, but Swagger got out of the way and ended up connecting with the announce table, which is like, oh, ow, 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 ouch. It looks, from the way it looked like, oh, he broke his ankle. Oof, that's the way it looked. But then Swagger would then roll him into the ring and give him the ankle lock, and Kofi Kingston tapped out and so Jack Swagger wins via submission. But I must say I was impressed with Swagger's return, even though, like I said, he needs to get back more into ring shape, because he just, for his first time back, I'm going to give it level his due. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5, DJ. But, they need to have Swagger get back into shape.
That is the truth. I mean, if you looked at him, he didn't look like someone who's in wrestling. Honestly, if you looked at him. But, this is a big but, he did put on a good show for someone who just came back into wrestling. That's the other thing we need to think about. And he was pulling off his same maneuvers. And to talk about that Trouble in Paradise that Kofi missed, and he actually connected on the table, did you see that guy's reaction? They showed that one guy's face in the crowd. It was like so funny, because the guy was like shocked. He was completely shocked, and I'm sure it was really painful. Honestly, I really think it was really painful. And it was kind of cool that he throws him back in and hits the ankle lock on him. So it's his signature move. It's something we know about him. So yeah, I mean, I didn't hear a lot of boos. I didn't even notice that.
Me neither.
You hear a lot of boos. That's a shock to me.
Not to me, but I'm going to score it a 4 out of 5. What about you?
I would say it's about a 4 out of 5. Good return.
Well, let's talk about the events leading up into this main event. Del Rio all night long here on Friday Night Smackdown was waiting for the Big Show. He wanted revenge for the attack on Monday Night Raw, where Big Show had tied up Del Rio, duct taped him to the middle rope, and the Big Show then proceeded to attack and annihilate poor Ricardo Rodriguez. So Del Rio was waiting all night long to get revenge. He had street clothes on. He had had a lead pipe. He was going to swing it on the Big Show. He ends up missing on it, and then they ended up fighting on top of the car. I feel really, really bad for the car because he had to support the weight of the Big Show. I mean, oof. But then Big Show ends up taking off. So now Dolph Ziggler has already made his entrance. Del Rio's fixing to come out, and then we see Ricardo with a neck collar on backstage. And DJ, my first initial thought, I don't know if you saw this the same way I did, but my first initial thought was, okay, Del Rio's told him to stay backstage where it's safe. No, it's not going to be safe because Big Show is going to get his hands on him by the night is done. Were you thinking the same thing I was thinking?
I honestly just think the same thing. It looks so predictable. Like, why would you even show us that? Think about it. Why would you even show us that? You only gonna show us that if you know something's gonna happen during the night.
Exactly. Well, let's get to this matchup because this was a very, very good match with Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler being the main event here on Friday Night Smackdown. A lot of great spots. Dolph Ziggler always great with that leaping DDT that he does. Del Rio hit a lot of great stuff. The dropkick counter, Del Rio leaping off the top rope, and then Ziggler countering it with the dropkick. I thought that was very, very well done. Picture perfect spot right there for that match. But the finish came with Del Rio getting the cross arm breaker, and Ziggler went for the zigzag. Let me say it properly. Ziggler went for the zigzag, and Del Rio countered it into the cross arm breaker. And the second the cross arm breaker went on, the crowd went nuts for Del Rio, and Ziggler had no choice but to tap out. So Del Rio wins via submission due to the cross arm breaker, and then our fears, DJ, what we thought about was going to happen did happening. Big Show had his hands on Ricardo Rodriguez in the back and gives him the knockout punch. But I don't know if you caught it at your angle, but from the way I saw it, DJ, he instead of punching him in the face, he punched him in the neck collar.
Yes, and his hand actually like slid. Like when he punched him, his hand slides from the neck collar into the chin, like that region. Because he looked like he uppercutted him. You saw that. But like when it comes to the match, it was good. 4 out of 5. The main thing was a drop kick. Because when they showed an action replay, that looked really good. So Ziggler's drop kick, that looked really good.
Yeah, Ziggler has a really good drop kick in the wrestling.
I would give 5 stars to Big Show's performance tonight. From him running around when Alberto was trying to hit him with the stick, that was hilarious. I was like, no, stop it, please don't. It was hilarious to see such a big man running away from Alberto like that.
Big Show was running faster than a union guy after a free lunch.
And if you look at his face, the expression was hilarious. Yes. That whole part was hilarious. And then at the end of it, he ends up hitting Alberto's announcer Rodriguez.
Ricardo.
And also, it was kind of funny as well that when he actually hit him, he was trying to imitate him, and he was making crying faces. So I guess, and the fans usually boo Big Show a lot, but they found it entertaining. I think they found it entertaining, like the crowd, because they weren't just booing; they were laughing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go 4.5 out of 5 on the main event. I thought it was a very great match between Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler, and possibly, I might not be hesitant maybe a main event match for WrestleMania between these two. Could be in the making. You never know. We still have some time, about 65 days or so until WrestleMania. It could happen. It could happen between Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler. Overall score on SmackDown this week is going to get a 4 out of 5 from me. The opening announcement with the return of Jack Swagger, I thought it was okay. The tag match with Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeating Team El No, I thought it was a very decent tag match, and possibly maybe a tag team title match in the near future between Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara and Team El No. Great Khali and Jinder Mahal was okay at best, but then again, you already heard DJ say it. Mahal is part of 3MB, so now apparently he needs a reason to be a jobber. Sheamus versus Damian Sandow. The match content was good, but the predictable appearance of the Shield. Randy Orton and Wade Barrett, I thought it was a great match. Wade Barrett attacking Bo Dallas after the match was over. Again, leads me to believe that we're going to have a real big feud starting between Dallas and Barrett. Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston. Swagger looked great tonight for his first match back. And poor Kofi Kingston having to do the Trouble in Paradise spot on the table. Oof. And again, the main event match with Del Rio and Dom Ziggler was good. However, Big Show's appearance and attack on Ricardo Rodriguez, again, just really just predictable. But the show in itself was still good to me, 4 out of 5. DJ, what about you? What is your overall score and thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week?
My overall score, I'll say, is a 3.5. It was good content, good matches. Alberto's match, if you're looking at the tag team match, was okay. One thing that I have a small complaint about would be cut down a little bit on the Raw clips. I mean, you noticed there was a lot of Raw clips when it came to CM Punk, Rock, Cena. Like, they can show it like a highlight. Make a small highlights package than showing like the whole thing. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
yes.
Like the Brock Lesnar thing took a lot of time because they showed the whole clip.
Oh,
They could have made like a small highlights package or something like that. That's just my only complaint. But it was a good match. Jack Swagger's back, and Big Show, he was entertaining. He was damn entertaining. I'll tell you right now.
Very interesting that you mentioned Brock Lesnar. I remember seeing it on WWE.com, and they actually reported it tonight on Friday Night Smackdown that Vince McMahon has suffered a broken hip due to the F5 from Brock Lesnar. Now, I don't know if this is legit or kayfabed. DJ, I gotta ask you your opinion on it.
Okay, I can tell you right now that Vince McMahon is a very clever man. He's a very clever man, and what he did here was, with that F5 and putting himself out, he's trying to put himself out. Therefore, that can only leave room for Triple H. That's what I can think of.
That is actually well, let's
Someone
say
has
this.
to run.
If we do Triple H and Brock Lesnar 2, hopefully it'll be a lot better than the matchup they did at SummerSlam, because that was an atrocity.
They must just stop with the breaking arms thing. They just stop with that. You know?
Yeah. So what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, as somebody got an achievement on Xbox Live, your thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. And Mick, are you back?
Yeah.
All right, Mick, before we head out, your overall score, and let's just go to your overall score and thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown this week.
Overall score would have to be 4 out of 5 because most of the matches were decent. And the promos weren't horrible. So. And Sheamus, get darker.
Get darker. Well, guys, you guys can check out DJYolz over on youtube.com/thefinaltapout, and he's also on youtube.com/DJYolz WWE. DJ, what you got coming up over on your end of the woods?
Well, I'm actually working on the, you can say, a universe mode using W13, and I'm also working on just some news clips. That's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, cool. So be sure you guys check him out. And also don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So for the leader of Team Gooch, the master of disaster himself, Mick37, and DJ Yoles from The Final Tap Out, I'm Double B Billy Bujo saying thank you very much for watching.